Hi guys, so today we are going to learn about bottom nav bar in JetPack-Compose, how we can make it, how it's work. So basically in bottom navigation bar we have like the items, or you can say icons, and we can do the transition between the different screens using the bottom nav bar. So let's start and let's see how we can make it in JetPack-Compose. So for this I have just taken this empty compose activity project, which you can just directly make it from going to new project and selecting the empty compose activity from here, and you can you can select it and you will get this basic empty compose component activity, and you will have the my application theme surface, and then you will have a greeting function. So let's start. So for creating the bottom navigation bar, uh, first of all we need to add the dependencies in our build.cradle, and this will be the Android navigation compose nav version. Basically this is 2.5.0 which we have to add, and which I have added in my project. This is how, and when after doing you are done with the syncing, we have to now let's start, because in the demo I have shown like we have 3 screens. So first of all let's start by creating the screens, so which I will do. Like first of all let me create a package here, and I will call it the presentation package. And presentation, so we are going to follow the clean architecture pattern. So in this let's make a file, Kotlin class of file. I'm taking it as home screen, right? And in this let's take composable and function home screen, and let's create a home screen here. So in this we are going to make 3 screens home screen. You can make any number of screens you want. I'm just going to show it with the 3 screens, like home screen, second screen, like, and the third screen. If you want you can name it anything you want. I'm just using the 3 names like just to show. So here I'm going to take the column. In column I'm going to take a modifier. So modifier dot, I'm going to use it as fill max size. Then I'm giving it a background, and I'm giving it a color dot, I'm taking the black color, right? So with black color now let's also give it the vertical arrangement and the horizontal alignment and vertical arrangement. So in vertical arrangement I just want my elements to be like arranged in center, and in horizontal alignment as well I will give it alignment dot center horizontally. Yeah, and now in content I just want to give it an image, which I can just do it like this: image painter resources. If you guys don't know like how you can use image in JetPack-Compose, you can go and check our other videos, and where we have like shown how to use image, make an image, and how to use its properties. And person1 I'm taking, and in content description if you want you can keep it null, or you can use like person1, or you can say it like home screen. Basically it's an image, so I will give it a name as person1. And after this let's give it a modifier. So modifier, I will use modifier to just give it some like giving it some shape. So I just want to do the image should be like should show in like round circular shape. So let's give it a shape, and shape circle shape we can give it. And also if you want to give it color you can give it. Otherwise I just wanted to make it like this. So here with the background you can give it color dot whatever color you want, color dot yellow black. I think in background you can do it, or I just now we can clip it. circle shape and clip, and after the clip you can do the content scale, so that content scale dot crop, right? I think in background you can do it, or if you want to give it a border stroke you can do it as well. So after this I just wanted to we have taken a column, so I will give it a text will be like home, because home screen it is home screen, and you can give it a font size. I am taking it from material theme dot typography dot heading 2 dot font size you can take. And if you want to take the font weight you can take it like the semi bold or bold. And if you want to give it the color as well, so we have taken the background as black, so we can give it the color dot white, right? So same this way we have created the home screen. You can also create the like all the second screen and the third screen. So let's try and make it. And here the modifier, also I want to give it the size to the image, so I'm giving it like 300.dp, and let's import it. And the same way you can just make it like the other two screens as well. So I'm not giving it the background in this way, I'm just using the clip. Let me make it more clear. I'm using the clip, then I'm going to give it a border stroke, basically the border. In border we will give it a border stroke. In this width I will give it a 5 dp, and color of the border will be color dot white, you can say. And also we can give it a shape, so we can give it circle shape. So this is the border which we have given, and content scale is the crop. So yeah, so this is done. So same way I'm not going to make another screen, so I'm just going to copy and paste it. So the home screen and the second screen, I'm going to name it as second screen, and let's update the name here as well, second screen. And here let's take the person 2 and also update the name as person 2, and give it the text the name to second screen, right? So same way let's make our third screen, and let's give it third screen and update the function name as well. Third screen, update it as like person 3, and also text to third screen, right? So this is how we have made the 3 screens which we are going to show. So now we are going to make our model for that bottom navigation. So let's make another Kotlin data class, and which is going to be let's make a package where we are going to put our model. So this will be model package, and in model let's make a data class of, you know what is data class in Kotlin. These are the data class which are used to hold the data, basically bottom nav item, and we have created it. In this let's have a well which is of label, this is of type string, and then have a icon which we are going to show. The icon in the bottom nav bar it will be image vector. And another thing we are going to have well root basically to show the transition, like from which screen to which screen we are going. So this is how we have created the nav post, bottom nav item. Then we are going to make a in presentation, and now let's have a data package in which we are going to have our other files. So in data we are going to have our constant file, so that we can make a list, and let's take it as an object, will be constant. So object, and in constant we are going to take a list of our bottom nav items which we are going to show. So well, bottom nav item, we can take it as like this, bottom nav items, and which will be equals to list of, and it will be a list of bottom nav item, right? The bottom nav item will be like in this label. So the item of like bottom nav, the model which we created, bottom nav item. So in this label, for the first screen will be home, then the icon will be we can take it from icons dot filled dot home, we can take just to show, and route equals to will be home, right? And same this way, we have taken the first item, same we can take the another bottom nav item. Here the same label will be, we will take it as second screen, second, and then we can take the icon will be icons dot, if you want you can take any icon. I'm just to showing you a demo, I'm taking it as like this. Second, I'm taking it as a person, and then route will be, sorry, in this icon route will be second. We are taking the name of the route as second. Same, now we have to take the third item. In this label will be, the label is the name which we are going to show below the bottom nav icons. We are going to take filled, and let's take it as person, call, notification, any icon. I'm just taking it for the demo purpose, so I'm taking it as like notification icon. We can take, and route in this, let's have it as third, right? So now we have created our bottom nav item. Now also let's try and make a nav host container in the same, in our data package we can create. We are going to just make a file, and that will be a nav host container, right? So let's see what we are going to add it here. So in nav host container, let's make a function like this. It should be a composable function, and function nav host controller, we name it as like nav host container. And in nav host container we are going to take the nav controller. We can take the nav controller, which you can name it as nav host controller, which is going to control the navigation. And then padding values, we are going to take padding values. This is the default padding value that we are taking. So in this, let's have a nav host, right? Nav host, and in the nav controller we can take the nav host controller, and we are now taking the graph here. Let's add it on. Then we have a start destination. Start destination will be our home, right? Then we will have a modifier will be modifier dot padding, and that will contain the padding values, which will be equals to the padding value which we defined, right? And after this we are going to have a builder function. So builder, in builder we will define the routes which we are going to use. Okay, so in this let's define composable, and composable first will be home, and let's give it our first screen, that will be home screen. Then define another composable, and the route will be the second, which we have given the name, and this, it will be second screen. Same way define the third one, composable, and the route will be third, which we have defined, and it will be third third screen. And now, so this is how we have created our nav host container. Now let's make a bottom navigation bar, so and then we will combine it with our main activity. So this is our nav host controller. Now let's create our bottom navigation bar. So another take file, bottom navigation bar, and this will be also be a file. Take a composable function and name it as bottom navigation bar, right? And in the bottom navigation bar also we are going to have the nav host controller, nav host controller, and this is how it's going to be. And now in this let's take bottom navigation. So in bottom navigation you can see bottom navigation bar allows movement between primary, destination, in app, and let's have it. Bottom navigation, we can take the background, you can take the background color if you want. I am taking the color as color.white, and it will give us a row scope so that you can arrange the icons in row scope. And let's have now backstack entry we have to manage, so that you can see the transition, like when you are pressing the back button you can keep the track of the backstack entry. Nav host controller dot current backstack entry as state. So why we use the backstack entry as state? Because it gets the navigation backstack entry as a mutable state, and when the given nav controller changes the backstack due to like navigation or any pop backstab, this will trigger a recomposition and returns the top entry on the backstack, so it keeps the backstack clear for us in the background. So we have to use it like this. That's why let's import it now. Check for the current route, it will be equals to nav backstack entry dot, can be nullable, so destination and dot route. We can check it like this. And after this we have defined our list of bottom nav. So bottom nav items dot, we will take the for each and we will do it like this. It gives us it, we can name it as nav item, and let's move ahead. So we have created bottom navigation item. We have to check, like we have to use the bottom navigation item. So this is the default bottom navigation item, and selected will be equals to our current route which we have defined by default, which is going to be selected, will be equals to nav item dot route. So this is how it's going to be. And on click, what we are going to do, we are going to use our nav host controller dot navigate, and when you are going to click, so nav item dot, you are going to use route, right? And it should be like this. And after On click, what we are going to use, we are going to set the icon, and icon will be equals to icon which like the icon you are going to define. So image vector with what we have defined, nav item dot icon. You can change the name here as well. You can define the labels if you want in content description, like you can take nav item dot label. And also if you want to update the color tint, you can give it the color you want it, like black, white, red. Let's try with green. Let's see how it's going to look. And then after the icon, what we have to do, we have to define the label. So in label also, the label which is going to be shown before the text, so we can take nav item dot label, right? And after this, another property, always show label. You can select it as true or false. If you select true, it will be shown always, otherwise you can select it as false, right? Also if you want to show the badge, you can do it from here, and you can try other things as well. So now let's go to our main activity and combine all these things, and let's see how it looks. So here we have our my application theme, we have surface, and we are calling this greetings function. So now let's try and update it with well. We have the nav controller, sorry, con controller, we have to define. It will be remember nav controller, we have to remember it so that it keeps it remembers our nav controller. So here let's, in surface, let's call the scaffolds. So why we use scaffold? The scaffold implements the basic material design visual layout structure. The component provide API to put together several material components to construct your screen by ensuring proper layout strategy for them and collecting necessary data, so these components will work together correctly. So we use scaffold just to implement the material design with visual layout structures and stuff, and you can go and read about it more. So you can see, like, with the help of scaffold, you can top app bar, you can add the bottom app bar, other things, snack bar, everything you can do with the help of scaffold. So we use scaffold, and in scaffold, let's like we have given the bottom app bar option. In bottom app bar, what you are going to use, what we have defined, bottom nav bar, and in this nav controller we will use the nav controller which we have used, right? After this, we have to give the content will be equals to the padding values, and here you can use nav host container which we defined, nav host container. Wait, nav host container which we have defined. Why it's not picking up? Nav host and nav host container which we have defined. Yeah, we have nav host container. Okay, main activity, nav host container. Okay, we named it as here nav. Okay, we named it as nav host controller. It should be nav host container. Yeah, in this nav host controller we will take it as nav controller. Padding values will be equals to the padding values we have, right? And now let's remove this, and so let's try and run this and let's see how it looks. So guys, before we start, so let's revise it what we have done. So first of all, we in presentation we have made the 3 screens which you can make, like home screen, second screen, third screen. Then we make a model of bottom nav items. Basically it's a data class. Then we made a constant list of, in which list we define how our items and labels and what the names are going to be. Then we created a nav host container in which we just define our composable paths, and then we created a bottom navigation bar in which we define our backstack entry routes and the bottom navigation item, how it's going to look, and then we combine it in the main activity. So let's run it and see how it's going to look. And also, if you want, you can just update the icons from, like here we have given the icon. If you want, you can update the color, you can give the batch. If you want, you can do anything you want and it will be like shown properly. So our application getting run, just wait a minute. Here, yeah, so we have given the color green, so our icons in the bottom nav are shown as green home. Then click on the second screen, click on third, this is the third screen. So yeah, and this is working fine. Let me press back, so the backstack is also working fine, you can see. Yeah, so guys, this is how you can create a bottom navigation bar in JetPack-Compose, and you can use it in your project. So this is it for today, guys. So do let me know if you want me to make some videos on other topics in JetPack-Compose, and do let me know how you like this video. So, and keep watching, please like, comment and subscribe. Thanks, that's all for today. Cheers, bye.